And now the Vedas, how do they kind of fit into this?
Vedas are amazing.
Vedas. How many are there, by the way?
Well, you could say there are 4 principal Vedas: okay. Rig Veda, Samaveda, Yajurveda, Atharvaveda. Right. There are so-called subordinate Vedas, the Upavedas, Ayurveda, Dhanurveda, right. and Sthapatyaveda, and Samaveda. So we have the Vedas, and there are actually about 40 branches of the Vedic literature. Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Sankhya, Yoga, Karma, Mimamsa, Vedanta, Shiksha, Kalp, Nirup, Chandas, etc. So the Vedic literature is quite vast, but the foundation of it is Rig Veda. And the Rig Veda is basically the experience of unity interacting with itself to become the diversity of the universe. Now, modern physics now can step by step follow the course of events that takes fundamental unity into the diversity of the universe that we see. And that step-by-step sequential unfoldment of the diversified universe from its unified source, well, in the Vedic science of consciousness, Vedic language, that is called Ved. So Rig Veda flows beginning with Ah. Ah is the sound of the continuum, sound of consciousness. Ni, Mile, Purohitam, Yajnasya Devam Ritvijam, Hotaram Ratnadatamam. It is the flow of unity, step by step into the diversity of existence.
It's unfolding.
It is unfolding. Veda flows from to Ka, from unity to the pieces of the diversity of the universe. And when the Veda could be completely forgotten, and probably throughout history it has been forgotten, it can always be rediscovered. In fact, it was recognized about 300 years ago in a tradition called Edda in the high Scandinavian countries, really? Where things are very pure, and some individuals with pure consciousness heard those sounds. Veda is Shruti. That means it's actually heard. It's not invented. Just sitting in samadhi and experiencing samadhi reverberating within itself, humming within itself, one can hear in those sounds of the self reverberating within the self and creating from within the self the diversity of thought. You can hear the whole mechanics of transformation, of unity to diversity. And that's what it sounds like. Nimile Purohitam Yajnasya Deva. So the Veda is eternal. It's the blueprint of creation. It's the fountainhead of the Vedic literature. And it is something far more profound than I think people remember. It's not stories about cows and all of that stuff.
No, I understand that. Now, also a few weeks ago I was looking at Srimad Bhagavatam and I found this amazing shloka, something, I don't know if you've heard of this, it's called Anu, A-N-U, which is the God particle or the ultimate atom. Have you come across that kind of...
Anu means message? Particle, like Anu Raniyan Mahato Mahiyan. Anu means small.
Small, yeah.
And it's just that universal being, universal awareness, the totality, when it flows into activity, it gets broken into bits.
Okay.
When flows into speech, it becomes broken into Akni Nifle Purohitam. And those bits, little bits of reality, each are like packages of knowledge, little packages of knowledge. That's Anu. Elementary particles are the same, Anu, particles. Because elementary particles today are understood to be simply little packets of sound, different syllables of the unified field, different frequencies of the unified field. So the convergence of the deep Vedic wisdom, properly understood, and modern science is a very exciting convergence. And I think it's an interesting thing. Science achieves a certain degree of maturity and fulfillment that the significance of the Vedic wisdom is beginning to be appreciated. And in some respects, the Vedic wisdom is ahead of modern science because the Vedic wisdom gives us techniques, practical techniques for the evolution of consciousness, like transcending meditation, transcendental meditation. Modern science didn't invent transcendental meditation. Modern science can confirm that that's very effective and it's healthy and it develops the brain.
Okay.
But the techniques come from the long Vedic tradition, where over the millennia, these techniques for the development of consciousness have been perfected and refined.